Hello student. So the CAT response sheet is out. We have the paper on our hand. So my name is Raj Thakkar. Welcome to Route 99. We're analyzing the CAT 2024 slot 1, so RC1. And likewise, we're going to discuss all the 4 RCs from all the 3 sets. So stay tuned on the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's look at the RC. Oftentimes, when economists cross borders, wait a second, let me grab my pen. Okay. Oftentimes, when economists cross borders, they are less interested in learning from others than in invading their garden plots. Gary Becker, for instance, pioneered the idea of human capital. To do so, he famously tackled topics like crime, domesticity, applying methods honed in study of market to the domains of non-market life. He projected economics outward into new realms. For example, by revealing the extent which humans calculate marginal utility when choosing their spouses or stealing from neighbors. At the same time, he did not let other ways of thinking enter his own economic realm. For example, he did not borrow from anthropology or history or let observations of non-market economics from his inform his Homo economicus. Correct? So, if you would look at economist, the author is saying that oftentimes when you look at economists, they are very rigid in nature. वो लोग इकोनॉमिक्स द फील्ड में बाकी फील्ड्स को एंटर नहीं होने देते. फॉर दैट ही हैज टेकन द एग्जांपल ऑफ गैरी बैकर. अगर आप गैरी बैकर को देखोगे, हु वाज ही वाज द पर्सन हु पायोनियर्ड द आइडिया ऑफ ह्यूमन कैपिटल. ही फॉर दैट क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ही कंडक्टेड वेरियस experiments. He tackled topics, he studied topics like crime, domesticity, and he applied methods which were developed in non-market life to study markets. Okay, then he projected his economics outward into new realms. By calculate the new realms मतलब out of economics, correct? So that revealing how people chooses their spouses is not a part of economics. So this is outward their realm. Stealing from neighbors is not a part of economics. This is outward their realm. So he also developed, or he also had this outward outlook towards, or he gave this outward looking out. What do you say, perspective to economics. Outside of economics, he studied these things, but he was very rigid to let anything enter economics. Correct? He studied other things. He made changes to those things, but he was very rigid to let anything outside economics to enter his realm. So he made changes in other realms. But he did not let other realms make changes into economics. So that was the outlook of economists in the past. Like the author is saying, that oftentimes economics were like that. They were very rigid, they were very stiff about their field. And Gary Becker was one of the example. Becker was a picture of imperial economist. What is an imperialist, or what is imperialism? It is like the actual definition of imperialism is when you extend your geographical boundaries with the use of army. But here the imperialist or imperial is used in the context that they would get into other fields like these fields outside the economics. So in that way, Becker was a picture of imperial economists in the heyday of disciplines bravura. What discipline is being talked about here? Here, if you would see, there's an apostrophe mark behind discipline. So this says that discipline ka. डिसिप्लिन का जब बहुत अच्छा टाइम चल रहा था, हेडे मतलब द बेस्ट टाइम ऑफ समथिंग, राइट? तो जब डिसिप्लिन का बेस्ट डे चल रहा था, तो बैकर वॉज अ पिक्चर ऑफ एन इंपीरियल इकोनॉमिस्ट, राइट? What discipline is being talked about? बेकर क्या करता था? बेकर वॉज एन इकोनॉमिस्ट. सो व्हाट डिसिप्लिन वुड बी हियर? इट मस्ट बी इकोनॉमिक्स. तो व्हेन इकोनॉमिक्स was at its peak, imperial economists like Baker were the true picture of imperial economists. Correct. Times have changed for the once almighty discipline. Now, if you would see author is making fun of the economics as a discipline. The times have changed for once the almighty discipline. Once it was hailed as the flag bearer or something like that. Once the economists were very rigid, but now times have changed for this almighty discipline. Economics has been taken to task within and beyond its ramparts. अब क्या हो रहा है? अब इकोनॉमिक्स को चीजें पढ़नी पड़ रही हैं. Economics has to let things within and beyond its rampart to enter itself. Correct? Some economics have reached out, imported, borrowed, and collaborated, been less imperial and more open. Here, अपना Baker was imperial. Now, economists being less imperial and they're being more open. What does this mean? That they are letting other disciplines get involved with their discipline. They're importing, borrowing, and collaborating with other disciplines. Consider Thomas Piketty. He must be some economics, I don't know, but he must be some economics which he is talking about. Consider whom he is talking about. Consider Thomas Piketty and his outreach to historians. Now you see, Thomas Piketty must be some economics who reached out to historians, who let history the discipline inside economics. So he reached out to historians. He included history in his theory. Let's see, what did he do? The booming field of behavioral economics. Now if you will see, economics made up of two things, behavior and economics. The fusion of, यहाँ पे explain भी किया हुआ है, the fusion of economics and social psychology is another case of what? The fusion of economics and other discipline. The openness of economics to let other fields inside it. Correct? That is another case of economics or economists being more open to other disciplines, having spawned active subfields like judgment, decision making, and a ton of experimentation. The field aims to go beyond the caricature of a rational man to explain how humans make decisions. So earlier, what was the plight of economics? That it was a caricature of rational man. What is a caricature? A funny cartoon which you must have seen on news channels or in the newspapers. So maybe they are trying to say that it was a flag bearer of rational man to explain. So from the flag bearer of being a rational man to it went on to explain how humans make decisions on the basis of other things. It started studying behaviors, it started studying other things. Correct? So in that sense, economics is being more open. It is important to underscore how this flips the way we think about economics. For generations, economics have presumed that people have interests, preferences in the neoclassical argot that get revealed in the course of people's choices. Interests come before actions and determine them. If you're hungry, you buy lunch. If you're cold, you get a sweater. If you only have so much money and can't afford to deal with both growling stomach and your shivering, which need you to choose to meet using your scarce saving, reveals your preference. So if we start thinking of economics like this, that economics has started allowing other things to enter it, so it would reveal that what was the fundamental understanding of economics for generation could be altered. That until now, what was economics presumption? That people have interests, preferences, other word for interest, preferences. So first there's come interest in your mind, then you go on to buy something, then comes the purchase. Correct? So first you need to study the interest, Purchase or the economic part will come later on. Correct? Right. So interest is closely related to your economic behavior. Correct? That is being said in the passage. Let's move on to the next paragraph. Psychologists take one look at the simple formulation and shake their heads. What formulation? Preference wala. Increasingly, even some mainstream economics have to admit that Homo economicus doesn't always behave like textbook maximizer. Irrational behavior can't simply be waved away as this extra economic expression of passion over interest, and thus the domain of other discipline. तो अब तक कैसा होता था? Economics was a caricature of a rational man. Correct. But अब सारी चीजों को कंसिडर करने के बाद पता चला कि इकोनॉमिक्स cannot stand as a flag bearer of rational man. There has to be some consideration for irrational behavior. It can't be simply waved away as an extra economics expression of passion over interest. Correct? It has to be taken into consideration, and thus we have to study other discipline. We have to infuse other disciplines into the economics. Correct? This is one place where the humanist can help. Now we are infusing that other field. Can help the economists. If narrative economics is going to help us understand how rivals duke it out, who wins and who loses, we are going to need much more than the lessons from epidemiological studies of viruses or intracranial stimuli. Above all, we need politics and institution. Schiller, the Nobel Prize winning economist, connect perception of narrative to changes in behavior, thence to social outcomes. Correct? अभी यहाँ ये सब बातें कहाँ से शुरू हो गई? Where is this coming from? So, firstly, they talked of involving humanist into the economist. Correct? Now, अगर हमको narrative economics से पता चलता है कि how things unfolds, how one thing win over other, who loses and who win. So we would need to study much more deeper than epidemiological studies. What is epidemiological studies? It is how a disease or some infection is spreaded in different strata of society. Why it is the case? So if we are going to study, this is a part of economics, correct? If we are going to study this, we would need to understand much more than just economics, correct? We need to understand, what do we need to understand? ठीक है, वो तो नहीं दिया हुआ है. We need to understand much more than epidemiological studies. We need to forage into other fields, correct? Above all, we need politics and institution. Schiller, the Nobel Prize winning economist, connect perception of narratives to change in behavior and thence the social outcomes. Now there is some economist named Schiller who has given this theory, who has connected perception of narratives to changes in behavior and then to social outcome. Then there is some perception of narrative, some perception is formed in the society which changes the behavior, which ultimately lead to social outcome, change in the society. He completes a circle that was a key to behavioral economics and brings in storytelling to make sense of how perceptions get framed. अब वो बता रहा है कि perceptions कैसे बनते हैं. He is connecting economics and behavior. Again, an example of how economics is infusing other fields in a study. Correct? Now he infused economics and some other fields, let's say humanities, to come to this conclusion that how perceptions are framed. He explained it with the help of this cycle he has proposed. This cycle, perception to behavior to society, was once mediated and dominated by institutions, the political parties, lobby groups, and the media organizations that played a vital role in legitimizing, representing, and excluding interest. Correct. So this cycle or this, so maybe he discovered this theory. This existed before the society. How political institutions, how lobby groups and media organizations used to use this technique to create perceptions in the society which help them legitimize and represent and exclude the interest which they wanted to exclude, which was in their favor. Correct? Yet institutions have been stripped from Schiller's account to reveal a bare dynamic of emotions and economics without the intermediating place of politics. पर शिलर का क्या कहना है कि शिलर is saying that these institutions have been stripped from revealing a bare dynamics of emotions and economics without a medium of politics. Correct? So that was the RC, guys. Let's look at the questions. Times have changed for the once almighty discipline. We can infer from this statement that the associated paragraph that the author is being critical of the economist openly borrowing. Was he being critical? No. He was kind of supportive, or let's say he was neutral about economics being economics borrowing from other disciplines or not borrowing from other disciplines. What he was doing, he was just analyzing it, right? So he wasn't critical, of course. तो ये तो नहीं आ सकता. Disparaging, was he belittling it? Was he trying to disrespect that discipline? No. Judgmental about the ability of economics tool to accurately manage. Ability of economics tool? No. He was never skeptical about the ability. Correct. He was never skeptical. तो ये वर्ड से तो आ ही नहीं सकता. Sarcastic? Yes, he was sarcastic. Here he is saying that it was once an almighty discipline. देखो पहले कितना बड़ा हुआ करता था, and now it has to borrow from other disciplines. So in that way he is being sarcastic about economics, that once they were very proud, they were very stiff to accommodate anything from other disciplines, who earlier shunned other disciplines, are now beginning to incorporate them in their analysis. So he was being sarcastic. That is why the correct option is fourth. Correct. Let's move on to the next question. In the first paragraph, the author is making the point that economics, like Baker, tended to guard the discipline from poaching by academics from other subject areas. Yes, sounds very correct. Let's read the other option. Had begun to borrow concepts from other disciplines, but were averse to the later applying economic principles. This sounds further correct. So this did not include this part. Were averse to later applying economics principle. मतलब वो तो था कि वो लोग concepts borrow नहीं करते थे. They would change things into them. But this also was the point that they were averse to others applying others principle into economics. Correct. So this is more elaborative. This is more what do we say? Comprehensive. So this is benefiting from application. No, he wasn't benefiting. यहीं से ही problem है option में. From the application of the principle and concept to non-economic phenomena. This is completely wrong. Used economics to analyze non-market behavior. Okay, without incorporating perspective from other areas of inquiry. Correct. This also sounds very correct. He used economics to analyze non-market behavior to incorporating perspective from other areas. Now, if you would see, the choice for us is between three better option to choose the best option from. Correct? Sorry. This is also a good option, but this lacks certain parts which this option include. But if you would see the fourth option, it includes all the points. Used economics to analyze non-market behavior. They used it, but they were averse, they were not ready to incorporate perspective from other areas of inquiry. So they used it. Non-market behavior भी है इसमें. They used it भी है, and it also includes incorporating. They were not ready to incorporating perspective from other areas. So the fourth option includes all the 3 points. That is why fourth is our correct option. Is not influenced by the preferences we can infer from the passage that term homo economicus refers to someone who is not influenced by the preferences and choice of others. Where can we infer this from? Correct, where this has been mentioned, where this definition of homo economicus has been mentioned. For that matter, the definition of homo economicus hasn't been mentioned anywhere in the passage. Okay, makes rational decisions based on their own preference. This too has not been mentioned, but we'll come back to this. Maximizing their opportunities based on non-market choices. This is completely wrong. This has never been said in the passage. Believes in borrowing and collaborating with other disciplines in their work. This also is wrong. But if you would see this option, here it has been said that homo economicus does not behave like the textbook maximizer. Irrational behavior can't simply be waved away as extra economic expression of passion. So अगर इसमें बोल रहे हैं कि अगर होमो इकोनॉमिकस कैन नॉट ऑलवेज बिहेव लाइक द वे इट बिहेव्स, इरेशनल बिहेवियर को एलिमिनेट नहीं कर सकते, मतलब होमो इकोनॉमिकस मस्ट बी समवन हु वुड ऑलवेज एक्ट रैशनली. करेक्ट, and that is what exactly is being mentioned in this passage. Someone who makes rational decisions based on their preferences. So this is our correct option. Correct. Let's look at the last question from this passage. The author critiques Schiller's. Okay, this has been spelled wrong. So Schiller, if you would see here, is this Schiller. So it's okay if you confused it, or if you weren't able to find it out in the passage. This is a mistake from the exam organizing committee. It should be Schiller and not Schiller. Okay. So where were we? The author critiques Schiller's approach to behavioral economics for relying excessively on storytelling as the main influence on the formation of perception, linking emotions and rational behavior without considering the mediation of social institution. Okay, ignoring the marginal role that media, politics play in influencing people's behavior. Denigrating the role of institution while creating a link between behavioral economics and perception. I think we'll have to go back to the passage to analyze this answer. Where is Schiller mentioned? So, Schiller, the Nobel Prize winning economics, connects perception of narrative to changes in social behavior, then to social outcome. He completes a circle that was a key to behavioral economics and bring in storytelling to make sense of how perception get framed. Okay, we have studied this far, that he gave this idea of this cycle. Correct? That how perceptions are formed, which help how perception changes behavior and which ultimately lead to changes in social outcomes. He completes the circle that way. Okay, we have studied this far. This cycle, perception to behavior to society, was once mediated and dominated by institution. Okay, the political parties, etc. Okay, they did that, this. Yet this institution have been stripped off from Schiller's account. Okay, you see here that institutions like these played a very important role in this cycle. But if you would see Schiller's theory, he has not included these institutions in this cycle, correct? Which are a very important part of this cycle. Let's read out the options again. Relying excessively on storytelling? No. Linking emotional and rational? Okay, nowhere mentioned emotional and rational behavior. Ignoring the marginal role that media and politics play in influencing people's behavior? No, this is also not mentioned. Okay. Denigrating the role of institution while creating a link between behavioral economics and perception? Now, this seems like a very close option, but the problem with this option seems like behavioral economics and perception, where behavioral economics and perception have been mentioned. Correct? They are somewhat talking about narratives and everything, but where are they talking about behavioral economics? This is a totally different thing. Correct? This is about how to analyze people's psychology to predict their economic behavior. So this is nowhere related to what Schiller was saying. So we'll have to go back to the option and choose the best one. So we studied this one, linking emotional and rational behavior without considering the mediation of social institution. Now, this seems like the only option which talks about what Schiller said. This is not the most satisfactory answer, I would say, but this is the only option which talks about social institution, which is what Schiller said, which is what author was critical about. So despite the fact that I'm not very satisfied with this answer, but this seems like the only option which is closest to what what author was critical of about Schiller. So hence the correct option is second. Correct. So that was the first RC from CAT 2024 slot 1, guys. Thank you for staying with me till the last of this video. Stay tuned. I'll be posting more videos of the remaining RCs from the slot and other slots as well. Thank you.